Hi, I'm Taylor Kutra, and I'm an astronomer at the University of Toronto. I study how planets form. About 15 years ago, the International Astronomical Union proposed a definition of planet that excluded Pluto. But some people think that it needs to be changed again. The current IAU definition for a planet is that it orbits the sun, is large enough so that self-gravity can turn it into a sphere, and has cleared its orbit, or is the most massive thing in its orbit. This means that we have 8 planets in the solar system. Lots of astronomers think that this clearing the orbit concept is kind of vague or unnecessary. For really distant objects in the solar system, it's kind of hard to figure out their orbits, and it's even harder to see if it crosses something else. Or we might not need it at all, which means that we'd have hundreds of planets in the solar system. Also, some of the criteria are a bit redundant. Like, if an object is massive enough to clear an orbit, it's also probably massive enough to be round. For anyone born after the year 2000, Pluto used to be a planet in the solar system. It was discovered in 1930 by an American named Clyde Tombaugh at the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona. He discovered it by using something called a blink comparator, where you take 2 images and you flash them back and forth to pick out differences between similar pictures. The observatory took photos of the night sky, and he compared them over time. And he noticed one star kind of move across the sky. That moving star was actually Pluto. But since 1930, we've also learned a lot more about the solar system. We've learned about the giant planets and the terrestrial planets, and we've learned about these particular objects called Kuiper belt objects. They're icy and rocky objects in the far solar system. And it just made sense that Pluto was more similar to these Kuiper belt objects than it was to anything else in the solar system. In 2006, the IAU changed the definition of the planet and introduced this cleared its orbit concept. I was about 11 years old when this happened, so I was learning this kind of stuff in school, and there was a lot of upheaval in the media and from other students, but I didn't really get it. Pluto's cool whether or not it's a planet. Yeah, definitely, but not to include Pluto. I'm of the camp that thinks it's better suited to be the biggest and most impressive Kuiper belt object in the solar system instead of just a small planet.